Hello and welcome back. So today is episode 7 of my Rush series. Today is Permanent Waves, and this is a special episode because not only will I feature my original, I don't know when this one came out, I did buy it for $1, my original copy of Permanent Waves. I also have the 40th anniversary. I did do a video on this before, but we're going to feature it since I'm doing this series of videos, and I'll show off what came with that, the version I got anyway. So anyway, we'll get to that in just a We're back at it. So this is album 7. This is Permanent Waves. This is the original I have. Don't know when this was pressed. I picked it up in the late 90s when everyone was getting rid of their vinyl, so I got it for $1. Anthem Records, of course. Pretty nice. Pretty damn nice. And a couple years ago, I think, not that long ago, we had this deluxe edition. I believe there was an even more deluxe edition that may have had CDs and t-shirts and other things included, posters. Mine, I just went with the box with the original record and the bonus stuff. So the original, this is just really a newer pressing, cleaner, I guess, newer more than anything. And yeah, it comes like this instead of the sleeve. This was the sleeve back in the 1980, right there, as I showed you before. And then the actual, they got a polyvinyl sleeve now, right? Instead. Looks the same though, still Anthem Records, identical, pretty much, pretty close to identical anyway. And that's that. But the second part of this package that I got is this right here. Right. This is the Permanent Waves Tour 1980. So we got that right there, some nice pictures. And this is 2 discs. Yeah, stay put. So yeah, it's got the waves on the label there. These were English tour, it looks like. Manchester and London. Manchester, yeah. First record is pretty much mostly Manchester, some London. And second record, which looks the same basically, is like that. This one was recorded London, and Manchester. Yeah, so this is basically two shows that they did on the Permanent Waves tour. So basically a double live album of sorts. Never before released recordings, I believe. Songs they did on this tour: Beneath, Between and Behind, By Torn the Snow Dog, Xanadu, Spirit of Radio, Natural Science, Passage to Bangkok and the Trees, Cygnus X1, Cygnus X1 Book 2, Closer to the Heart, Jacob's Ladder, and Free Will. So yeah, that would have been a pretty good show. And finally, you get the fancy booklet right there. Nice. And the back is cool. That's it. Almost made me think Clockwork Orange. Got some nice pictures inside. Lyrics. We got that. Spirit of Radio, obviously. Free Will. There's that page there. This is Jacob's Ladder with a shot of them in the studio. Okay, and Entre Nous, right there. Pretty cool. Different strings. That's right, different strings with a concert promotion there of where they're playing. No support. Natural Science, right there. This is a nice deal here. And a big shot of them in concert. And finally, you have here. See the credits at the end of the other page here is memoriam to Neil Peart, because he had passed by the time they did this. This says, in memoriam, Neil Peart, September 12th, 1952 to January 7th, 2020, husband, father, son, friend, brother. So, pretty nice. Pretty nice thing. So, that is what the record looks like. What is it? So as far as the songs, it starts with Spirit of Radio. I think if you live in Canada, you would have heard that growing up. If you've heard of Rush, you probably heard Spirit of Radio. You know, it starts, this was, they had the CFNY station in Toronto. This was kind of the inspiration for this track, what Neil Peart had in mind when they wrote it. I think it has some cool lyrics in it. Talks about, mentions glittering prizes and endless compromises shatter the illusion of integrity. I think that's one of the cooler lyrics on this record. But yeah, it's a great catchy tune with something to say, I think, and it's good. Free Will is the second song. The lyric I like off of that, I mean, it is a really good, shorter song, really good. It says, if you choose not to decide, you still have made a choice. I like that one. That's pretty cool. That's one thing they did on this record, though, is that there is a combination of the shorter tracks and still a couple of tracks that fall more into the longer prog rock type stuff. That's what you get with Jacob's Ladder. Starts off a little slow, builds, goes back and forth a lot of instrumentation in it, but a lot of, a fair bit of singing from Geddy as well. When you get to side 2, you got Entre Nous, which has that kind of starts slow, but then has more rock and roll type straight ahead stuff coming through. Different Strings is a little quieter, which is good because it precedes Natural Science, which is kind of a bigger prog rock track, so that after everything else that's gone on the record so far, to have that kind of one quieter song before you lead into kind of the biggest, I mean, the longest song on Natural Science is the longest song on the record, and it has the quieter parts and gets louder and more instrumentation and stuff, and it's like over 9 minutes long. So having different strings before that is pretty cool. Good idea. But that is Natural Science is how it ends. Big prog type song, and it's great. This is right in the middle of their peak as far as I'm concerned. Everything from 2112 to Moving Pictures really is kind of peak Rush for me. It's phenomenal. So great record. Spirit of Radio, Free Will, Jacob's Ladder, Entre Nous, very, very notable Rush tracks, played live for years to come after this record came out. So yeah, a phenomenal piece of work. As far as the details, I mean, they after they finished Hemispheres, they rehearsed the next year. They actually took 6 weeks off, which is something they never did, but they took 6 weeks off, rehearsed in Ontario. After they got some work done there, in September, they went into Quebec and recorded the record there. And they did it with Terry Brown, that produced it together with him. He produced quite a bit of the material. I'm not sure how many records, but there's quite a few. He was involved with them quite a bit. So it was a success, I would say. This was an album that continued their rise. They were getting more hit singles, Spirit of Radio being one of them, and this was a great album, and important part of the discography, an important album in rock history, I would say. So there we have it. That's Rush, Permanent Waves, and this is the 40th anniversary version right here. I hope you like this. I will be continuing this series, so hopefully sooner than later you will see the next one, which I believe is Moving Pictures. I think that was 1981. I think that's the next one I have to do, so that will be coming soon. Hope you like it. Have a great day. I'll see you all next time.